Hello everyone. Welcome you all to the exciting journey. In the early hours of August 8, 1963, one of the most daring heists in British history unfolded on a quiet stretch of railway in Buckinghamshire. A group of 15 criminals would stop the Royal Mail train and make off with £2.6 million, a sum worth almost £53 million today. This is the story of the Great Train Robbery. One day on August 8, 1963, the Royal Mail train was traveling its usual route from Glasgow to London. On board were postal workers sorting letters, and in one carriage, locked away from view, a fortune in cash, large amounts of money being transported to London banks. Bruce Reynolds, the mastermind behind the operation, assembled a gang of professional thieves and ex-cons. For months, they carefully planned their approach, studying the train's schedule, routines, and learning how to manipulate the railway signals. They had one goal: stop the train, grab the money, and disappear without a trace. At 3 a.m., as the train approached Bridgego Bridge, the gang tampered with the signal lights, turning it red. The train came to a sudden stop. The robbers, disguised and ready, rushed the train. They forced the train driver, Jack Mills, to move the engine to a secluded area, where they could unload the cash. Using military precision, the gang worked quickly, transferring 120 bags of cash into their waiting vehicles. The entire operation lasted just 30 minutes. They retreated to a remote hideout at Leatherslade Farm. For days, the gang laid low, dividing the money and celebrating their success. The police launched one of the largest manhunts in British history. Detectives found vital clues at the gang's hideout: fingerprints, tools, and even the Monopoly board. Soon, the names and faces of the robbers were being identified, one by one. In 1964, the gang was brought to justice. 12 of the robbers were convicted and handed down harsh sentences, some receiving 30 years in prison. But one of the most notorious figures in the gang, Ronnie Biggs, would escape prison and become a global fugitive. Biggs' escape in 1965 turned him into a folk hero of sorts. He fled to Brazil, evading British authorities for decades while living a life of exile in South America. He didn't return to the UK until 2001, where he was finally imprisoned. Though most of the robbers were captured, a portion of the money was never recovered. And while the crime may have failed in the end, the legend of the Great Train Robbery continues to live on as one of the boldest heists in history. Thanks for watching this video on the Great Train Robbery of 1963. If you enjoyed this story, hit the like button and subscribe for more fascinating history and true crime content.